Well, boys, we're back with another video. We've moved down into the gorge of the keep, and let me show you. Here's the zone in from the inn. It's down this area. Been clearing out for not very long frostbitten wargs. I've noticed the respawn time in this zone is different for each group of mobs, because these wargs are respawning about 4.5 minutes instead of the 6 minutes or the 5.5, like I said in the last one. Like, everything's just a little different. And I haven't seen that before, but I'm really starting to notice it, to the point that, like, I did a stopwatch on from death to respawn. So 10 clearings in about 40 minutes. Took it on a break. That's not bad. So there's a single spawn down here, and this is the one you want. There's a camp here, and then there's a handful of them in here, and they're all tied up. But this one here is just on its own, and so you just park yourself, out of range, so you don't get jumped if he does show up. Throw jobber, snare, debuff, put on your dots. When you hit your burn, it dies in 100 seconds or so. It just depends on how lazy you're on recasting your dots. And rinse and repeat until Rimeclaw shows up. So Rimeclaw's up. I'm going to just pull out Big Jobber, send him. Actually, you know what? Just for fun, just because you guys, often I get tells saying how your jobber's too buff, you've got tier 1 weapons, you've got all this. I'll just send my normal everyday jobber and start the fight, to show you how easy these things are. I'm going to drop my mount and get just a little closer so we can see what's happening. Not the best angle. Let's see what else we can do. Alright. So we will now decimate this angry wolf. So this is a fairly minimal buffed from the guild hall jobber. No pet power on. Doesn't look like he has damage shield. I've had him for a while, so whatever he's got's just sort of hanging out. So silent, robes, and we'll just continue to keep the dots on. As you can see, Siri has no problems keeping Jobber alive. I probably should have done a video like this on a tier 2 boss, but you know what? You'll get it on tier 1. So, really, I've had a lot of people on test complaining that they don't have a memory forged enhanced minioneering, and I've told all of them to just sit back, wait. It's not a big deal. Blood-soaked EM is more than enough. You can kill everything in the expansion, and these are boxers that just have a necro hanging out, for DPS with the dots, and they have their jobber that I guess they use as a small DPS, and they're wanting an enhanced minion memory forged, and I'm just, guys, I guarantee you can kill anything in this expansion with a blood-soaked. And I know some of you on live are going, well, you're lucky to have that even, but I've said previously, blood-soaked should be much more affordable now. You might even want to check ice encrusted. You just drop in the IE you summon, then you put your statting ring back in. Just whatever's going to give you the highest jobber you can get for whatever plat you're willing to spend. or chrono, I guess. Alright, so minimal effort on my dots. Did not use any of my swarm pets, AAs. We're at 1.4, 1.5 DPS. Jobber's been sitting at 100% basically the whole time. You know, I will say again, this is this is a tier 1, but our pets are just beef. Our DPS is awesome. And there we go, another one in the books. And if I see one more of these, I'm going to scream. I'm so sick of this. This, you know, I've more or less finished posting on the forums. It's such a negative place, and I want to give back the community. So this is really the only way I can, is by making videos on how to kill things and how to get into camps. But there's a problem. This should not show up 80% of the time. I'm going to change that to 90% of the time. I can't tell you the amount of these neon green Legacies Lost trade skill items I have seen. I don't loot them anymore. It's super frustrating because I'm going to make an assumption that they're taking the spot of a visible or non-visible armor trade skill piece. They're perhaps taking the spot of a weapon or shield or bow trade skill piece. Like, it's an issue, because I've cleared out all of tier 2, and I think I'm wrapping up this tier 1 zone. I've intentionally camped mobs that I know drop trade skill armor pieces, or like I need a shield, a trade skill shield. I've intentionally camped them, and all I get are those stupid green neon trade skill items. So there's my rant. I wish someone would bug it and report it. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just tired of seeing people rip apart good feedback because they have this one random weird opinion that doesn't really fit with the rest of the game or the players. Anyway, enough of that, boys. I'm going to pick up the trade skill. I'll leave the armor. This has got to be my millionth one of these. I just hand them out or attribute them. I'm not sure what these two things are. I mean, I'm going to go with the shield. Okay, cool. Now, I don't need this. I have a tier 2, but I'll pick it up and see if anybody else does. Oh. Okay, well, yeah. What is this? Oh, alright. I think there's, at one point there was a couple, yeah, there's some groups down here. I'll offer this out. This might be something someone wants to pick up. I have no idea if these are decent numbers or if this is like a tier 1 damage AUG, but I'll offer it out to somebody. I'll just leave it on the corpse. So that's it, boys. Like I said, this is a strange one. It's a really fast respawn. Really fast. Less than 5 minutes. I've noticed that some of the zone is 6 minutes. The goblins were 5.5. Like, it's interesting. I don't remember seeing that before. Like, every now and then you'll encounter a specific mob that has like just a crazy respawn cycle, but in general the zone is timed, you know. Like what Pal Loman is 6 minutes. More Nox, more Nox, whatever that is, I believe that was 18 minutes. Heroes Forge 6 minutes. It's odd that it's interesting. I like it. As long as, you know, you're aware, because you don't want to set up a camp and then just get overwhelmed by respawns. So anyway, boys, I think that's everything. Let me just show you real quick. This is what we're talking about. A little further down in the gorge, you've got a lot of wargs, a lot of wolves, whatever they really are, and the frostbitten one is the one that is the placeholder. So, like I said, there's one there, there's one here, I think there's a third up there, and then there's where we just killed the named, obviously. So this is the one you want. I think I was sitting right about here. And just clear it out, wait 4.5 minutes. I mean, I don't know how long I've been talking, but probably 4.5 minutes. and the next one shows up. So that's it, boys. I hope this video helps you guys with your camp for Rimeclaw, and I will see you all in the next one.